Okay, so hello peeps. Today I'm gonna go over a few very important things, but first of all, I want to thank everyone for liking and subscribing so far. On 9 subscribers right now, one more away from that 10 subscriber, trying to hit the double digits. You know how we do. But yeah, what I do want to get out of the way first though is, apologies for not getting the upload out for week 2, okay, which was supposed to be last Sunday. Reason for that is there was many issues exporting the video, so I think I tried 2 times trying to export it. There was issues. It worked on the 3rd time now, and that was on Premiere Pro. Now when I'm trying to upload it onto YouTube, there was issues on that as well. So I think that again was 2-3 times. My plan was to upload it on Sunday evening. That didn't go through. Then I was out. It was Eid that day as well. So then I was out with some friends. Came back in the night, and even though I had put the video to be uploaded on YouTube, it didn't do it. Came back. I was working on it around 2 o'clock in the night, trying to get it out. It was taking ages, right? So I thought, okay, you know what? I'll go to bed. I still had it running. I was like, I'll go to bed. Hopefully when I wake up, it's all done. And there was no progress on it whatsoever. And I'll include a clip of that right now as well, because I was like quite pissed off at that time. So I took a clip, just to tell you guys, like I am trying to stay consistent, but sometimes, technical difficulties, things out of your control. And I'm new to this game as well, so, I'm just trying to work it out. Alrighty, so just a quick one. It is now Monday, 11:50. I've just woken up. Put this on to be uploaded last night, and it's still not going. I mean, I've just started the laptop up, and it started on 47 minutes, and like every second this is kind of going down, but I don't know what the hell is going on today. So yeah, apologies for the late upload on this one. We'll be back to normal on week 3's video, which I'm hoping to start just right now. This is week 3 though now, so we're back on with the good stuff. Hopefully I'm gonna provide some more value this time as well. Now the plan is to be more structured and stick to a plan. And that will be as follows, which I have written down just so I don't forget it. So there's 3 steps in the plan that I'm trying to follow. The first one is, so at the start of the journal, it will literally follow the format of the journal, right? So I will explain what just happened in my trading week, in terms of the trades that I took, the mentality whilst I was in those trades, or when I was going to enter the trades, and mentality just throughout the whole week, whether as a whole on the weekly basis or on a day-to-day basis. Second thing will be from the week, the things that I've learned. Right, I want to improve on those, right? Any mistakes, I want to learn from them, and I want to improve on those from the following week. So I'll, explain certain things. For example, if I felt like, considering the current market conditions, I've been placing the stop loss too tightly, because in the current markets, what I do sense is there's a lot of like ranginess and a bit of choppiness at times. And for that, erratic moves can happen at any time. So instead of placing a tight stop loss, place it slightly wider. So, for the following week, try to implement something like that, or be it, something to do with the mindset or just the whole trading approach. Okay, so that was the second thing, right? The updates. Third thing is, so the whole point of this journal is for me to journal my ideas, right? And just so if a couple of people watch my stuff, they can hold me accountable, if I'm doing certain things correctly, or most importantly, if I step out of the line. But that is not value for them in a sense. I'm getting a lot of value, right? Because I've got someone who can hold me accountable, and I really want that in this game right now. But they are not necessarily gaining any sort of value. You get what I'm saying? So the point is, at the end of, after I've done my journal and my update, the final part that I've wanting to do right now is, share my forecast for the week ahead, right? Any trade setups that I've lined up, just share them. It may not even be in depth, but it's just to perhaps give you an idea of, okay, these are the possibilities that can be happening. You could even take it as, say for example, I trade a certain way which is different to yours. Maybe you can pick something up, right? It could be, say, if you even trade the same way as me, say you want, I don't know, Aussie dollar to go short, right? And so do I. But your reasoning is different to my reasoning, right? Maybe if you look at mine, you can kind of say, you know what? I actually do kind of agree with this as well. If anything, this adds even more confidence to my plan, right? To the trade that I want to take. So yeah, I feel like that will be a lot of value. And again, I'm new to this YouTube game. It's going to be trial and error. I don't even know where I want it to go. I don't even know what the long-term plan is right now. It's simply just journaling. And alongside that, I could probably get practiced. I could probably use it to like practice my editing skills and stuff like that as well. But yeah, so I mean, I'm benefiting a lot from it, but I also want the viewer, right, to also benefit from it as well. But yeah, so that's that. What I think I'm going to go into, let me just check my notes really quickly. One thing I've realized, if I do not follow my notes, I will start going on tangents, and that's no good because sometimes the video lasts like way too long. Okay, so apparently what's going to come up next is my journals. I'm going to show you some recordings and pictures of some journaling that I've done over last week. Well, the week that I just finished, and the week before that as well, because it was not on my because you guys were not able to see the previous weekly upload. I hope this is a whole lot of gang shit, because I think I've just started the recording right now. Hopefully this is working. This is kind of like test run, but I'll probably include some of the footage from this as well. Why the hell am I so damn zoomed in? All right, it's fine. Look beautiful. Got my braids going on in there. We'll rock it. Anyways, all right, let's get it. So it is 12:55 right now. Usually I check the charts around 2 o'clock, but I've got a few other things to focus on as well. Plus, I'm trying this recording out as well. So yeah, I'm gonna just look at the charts right now, adjust the positions if I need to, see what kind of profit or loss I'm in. Right, I wouldn't be in any loss because I did close out the trades on last Friday. No, sorry, I put the trades into break-even stop loss last Friday. So the worst that can happen is I make nothing. But yeah, I'm gonna see if there's any partials I need to take if the market's moved correctly in my direction. I don't, because it's bank holiday Monday as well. I don't think I will be. I don't think I'll be taking any more trades. But yeah, let's see. Sorry if I keep looking away. I'm just looking at the screens trying to figure this Zoom thing out right now. So I don't know what you can see right now. In front of me, what I can see is like all the types of different screens that I can share. So I'm right now onto that. Wicked. Okay. This for real could be banging. All right. I'm gassed. Too gassed. All right. What I will also be doing right now is, which I don't think you'd probably be able to see, because I've only chosen to share this screen as far as I know, but this is a test run, so I'll find everything out very, very soon. Go to my trading diary real quick. There's a message that popped up. I don't know what that said. It may be that you can't see my other screen anymore. Could be. Yeah. So I'm just gonna update my journal diary, right? Sorry for looking over there. That's where my face is, right? I'll look over there instead. So yeah, I'm just gonna be updating my journal diary right now. Journal diary is pretty much a synonym for the same word. I'm gonna be updating my on paper journal, right? Just to tell them, okay, it is before 1 o'clock right now, because I'm super open and honest with my paper journal, which I type up. It is coming up to 1 o'clock right now in a couple of minutes. It is a little earlier than when I usually look at the market, but I've got a few other things to focus on. I'm just trying this feature out with the recording and stuff as well. So yeah, let's get to it. I'm waffling so much. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to edit a lot of it out. I apologize. But yeah, let me just mention. So I am currently, what am I currently doing? I'm currently typing this journal as I try out the screen record feature. Please be able to see the screen. Because I don't know if actually, wait, it has a stop share button. Okay, so yeah, you can see the screen right now. Okay, cool. I always start with the Aussie dollar, US dollar, and then I just work my way down like that. I was pointing to as a screen, like you can see what the hell I'm doing. All right, so Aussie dollar, US dollar, not too much movement currently. Okay, this is coming up a little bit. All right. See, I've got this level over here, and I thought it would reject around this level because on the 4 hour, and by the way, I'm in a Euro USD trade right now as well. I'll probably put a screenshot or like a screen recording of the video on that. Okay, why am I so damn close to the camera? Okay, better. Okay, so Euro USD, I am currently in a trade on this, and I did see a minor level when I was on the 4 hour when I was recording, when I was analyzing this over the weekend. And by the looks of it, it has seemed to show some rejection over here. I'm in a trade as well. I took a trade somewhere around at the top, and then I think I entered around this kind of region as well. I should still be in both trades. I've still not checked my MT4, but yeah, we shall see soon. Am I recording? Yes, I am recording. So we go back in. Okay, that's exactly the profit and stuff you're in. As I talked earlier, started with a 2,500 balance, and made these trades. It was going good and whatnot. This was all last week. I don't have any history on this account before that. Oh, why am I clicking on that? Should be on my phone. Last month. You see, that's all it goes up to because that's when it started. Anyways, we go on to today. Just to clear all that up. Oh, what did I click? Oh, okay, my bad. So that's the trade. All right, and if I go there, you can see it's real, my name, account, my broker, everything, right? That's the verification they're done. And currently we're sitting at around, if we count the float, okay, so technically we're on a 4% drawdown right now. But if you count the floating profit onto it, that leads us to about, so that's 4%, 6%. Yeah, so that's a 6% increase if you count, but we don't count that. But I'm just saying it. I don't count that shit. But yeah, we move. When I do get into explaining it in my journal, my mentality was all over the shop, right? I was not in the right mind frame to be trading, but I still entered trades. And I was sticking to the risk management, so it's fine. I was sticking to the plan, so it's fine. I'm in the game. But the losses could have been prevented, right? Because I should have realized, okay, you know what? I'm not in the right mindset to trade right now. And any trade that I'm taking is, based on some negative emotions, right? Be it a form of revenge, for losing a trade, then you're trying to gain something back in the next trade, you're revenge trading, right? Or, you're just trying to just be in the market for the sake of being in the market, right? Just to see some numbers float around, just to pump some adrenaline in yourself. Like, there's a lot of different things. And, that's why on Friday, I realized, this is not the right market condition for me. So I'm gonna completely stay away. And I think I didn't even open up the charts or MetaTrader on Friday, right? Just completely stayed away. Because I just didn't want to fuel the fire in a sense, just like, even though I'm in a terrible mind state, I'm still entering trades. That's not beneficial to the business, to the account, to myself, to the progression, anything. But let me continue. So, because as an example, the first trading week, I placed about 14 trades in the week. For the second trading week, which just happened, I only placed about six trades I placed last week. And even though 6, to be honest, I probably only should have placed 2. But then again, I was in a terrible mind state. I just wanted to enter the market, stuff like that. Those kind of thoughts just come into your head. Bit of revenge trading going on as well. And I just got to be honest. And that's the thing. I could make all the excuses like, I saw a good opportunity. I had to enter stuff like that. But in reality, when I look back on it, it was a form of revenge, right? The market took this much money away from me. It took this much pips away from me. It took this much percentage of my account away from me. I got to chase it back. I got to fight the market. I got to, regain what I've lost. It's a form of revenge, and it did not lead to anything positive, right? If anything, it messed up my mind even more, considering everything else that was going on, into my day-to-day life. It wasn't really adding up for me to be trading well. But we move. We are the following week that's coming up. I'm looking so positive towards it. I feel like my mindset is slowly getting back into where it needs to, and I am so glad, that I've allowed myself to, have that negative week, because what it's done is, because I've tried evaluating why I had that negative week, I've come to certain realizations, right? It could have been because at the end, during Ramadan, I had a certain routine, a certain mindset. I kind of adapted to a certain environment. As soon as Ramadan ends, which was last week, right? My routine, first of all, right? It was not how it should be. For example, even the small things, small activities I do day to day, right? Whether it be the time I wake up in, whether I work out or not in the day. Like during Ramadan, I work out every single day. Last week, I worked out 0 days. Imagine I was working out in Ramadan and not, when I'm out of Ramadan, right? But these small kind of things, what you've built up a routine, you start functioning, optimally. You start functioning on an optimum level in that routine.
All right, guys, I don't know how you guys managed to sit through the rest of the portion of the video, because I just tried editing that shit right now, and man, yeah, if you did, like, congrats to you guys, because yeah, that was tough, man. I'm still figuring everything out, the structure I want it to follow. So today I've discussed the structure. I'm incorporating a little bit of it this time as well, but for next week, it'll be much more fluid, right? So, and if there's any tips that you guys can give me on, how to make it more engaging, more watchable, like, please let me know. Also, a bit of a change of scenery right now, because they're using my office downstairs for a bit of work. So, yeah, they kind of kicked me out right now. Oh, shizzle. Okay, let me put my camera up there. Okay, we good. All right. So this is the final portion of the video where, the point is to provide you guys with value. I generally trade about 3, 6, 9, 10-ish. Yeah, so around 10 pairs, right? Because I'm not doing commodities right now. It's just 10 currency pairs right now. So I have analyzed them already. I'm just going to share my thoughts and ideas to you guys, and you guys can use it in whichever way you wish to use it, right? As another form of confluence, as a new idea for a potential trade setup. Completely disregard it. It's up to you, right? But it's I just want to provide some value back to you guys as well, as a thanks for liking, subscribing, viewing my stuff, helping me out. So yeah, and also the comments should be enabled for this video as well, because they weren't for the first video. So yeah, we can interact on that as well. But yeah, let me get straight into it. But Aussie dollar, US dollar, right? So what I can see on this, I'll start on the weekly, because it's always a top-down analysis that I do, right? So weekly, daily, 4-hour, and I'd rarely analyze on the 1 hour, 2 hour, but there may be occasions where I do, but generally it follows weekly, daily, and then 4 hour. So yeah, we're on the weekly. What we can see over here is a consistent downtrend formation, forming over here, right? Downtrend structure with this latest, pretty big bear swing. But what you can see it is that, it's been making a retracement up here, right? So just keep that in mind. And so far we've had 2 touches of this downtrend line. If we go into daily, what we can see is price is actually on this retracement, has been making consistent higher highs and higher lows, right? So consistent uptrend structure. However, the main theme is, that the Aussie dollar is going down, right? That's what we can see on the weekly. That's been the trend so far for a long time. So price is now coming up in a very interesting area, right? What I've done is, okay, so this is a weekly key level that's going on over here. Just above that is a daily key level that I've drawn on, judging by these price levels over here. So wick rejection there, wick rejection over here, rejection there, and now we're coming up to where price is currently, right? So what would you expect? There to be a rejection over there as well, but we'll move on. From that big swing, bearish swing, we can also draw a fib, right? What that fib is telling us is if it was to reach any of these fib levels, which are like kind of like hidden retracement levels, it should hopefully reject from these levels, right? So if it does do that, then we've got this daily key level and this fib level kind of overlapping each other alongside this actually weekly level as well, weekly key level. So it should be a strong resistance level where you'd expect, you know, price to reject from and hopefully push further down into the overall bearish trend. Another thing you can see is obviously the trend line, the downtrend line for third bounce. Now that's where things get a little bit sticky because price may want to just push above these levels up until this key level, up until this trend line over here, and then come down, right? So it may disregard these key levels, push up and then come down. However, if we zoom into the daily candles a bit more, we can see, look, right, wick rejections around these levels, wick rejections, you know, indecisive candles. They're not really showing any true direction right now, nothing bullish at least. So there are signs that, excuse me, price does want to come down. Other confluences will be if price does make a move down over here. If it was to break this key level, you know, it will come down even further, right? And also break of this counter trend line. It all works out for it to come lower. Euro USD. What I've got over here is not too much really. It's been really choppy on the weekly. No structure. On the daily as well, very choppy like movements. It did come into a bit of a range over here. It has broken out, so I might be trading it range to range, right? It's kind of made a double top over here with a shooting star rejection. So, you know, I may trade it down till over here. If it was to break above this, I may trade it up until this level, like something like that. I'll probably see how price actually plays out on this one. USD CAD in a very interesting level. So on the daily, you can see that, you know, it has been making these lower high, lower low structures, you know, so a downtrend structure. It is quite discrete because the lower lows, you know, weren't really too strong over here, but the lower highs are quite consistent. And you can see there's a triangle pattern forming here as well, right? Price is being trapped in a triangle. However, what did happen was price actually broke out of this support level, and it has since been kind of ranging on the lower time frames. If you look at the hourly time frames, it has been ranging. So there's a couple of things that can be going on over here. If it was to come back and reject off of this strong level of resistance now, which is formerly support, it may come down lower. If it was to break this weekly key level, it may also come down lower, okay, following the downtrend that's been happening on this daily time frame. But if you look at it on weekly, what's actually happening is price made a very, very bullish steep move up there. It started making choppy price action over there, but it has just come up to this fib level, 78.6% retracement. What does that suggest? And it didn't even close below that level. You know, it's literally closed on that level. It's quite a strong sign suggesting, okay, price has kind of found its support level over here, and it may want to push further up. But we will see how that, we will see what happens, you know, as price plays out a little bit. It's very tempting to enter it straight away, but it's quite indecisive where price is right now. So I'll give it a little bit more time. I want to try get through these as quick as I can, as to not waste too much time. Okay, GBP. Also, it'd probably be wise if I actually made this screen bigger. All right. GBP AUD. This pair I've not actually traded for a long time. Like I've not, and actually no, tell a lie, I was in a trade on it this week. But apart from that, I've not actually traded this pair for a very long time. I analyze it like literally every single week, but in terms of entering a trade, apart from the week that just passed, I had not done it. Because it was being a little bit weird. Like on weekly, yes, it was showing like a very strong uptrend, but the way the price has been behaving is has been behaving is very choppy, and you know, it doesn't make much sense. A lot of wicks, a lot of like, you know, manipulative movements. So it wasn't tradable, if I'm honest. What has happened though is even on daily, the trend line has been broken, it's been retested, and now it's moving to the outer trend line over here. And the fact that it's moving to the outer trend line over here it kind of lines up with many other support levels, right? That's in the form of this trend line on the weekly, right, for third bounce. It is also a fib level, 78.6% on the weekly, and the monthly key level over here, right? So if price was to push down over here, show us rejection, that it doesn't want to push down any lower, it will go up and, you know, continue to form the uptrend structure on weekly, right? However, if it was to break this level, which is a possibility as well, break, retest, and then want to move down, that will kind of show that the uptrend structure on the weekly is, you know, starting to change shape. It wants to, you know, start a downtrend structure now, and we can probably enter a short on that and catch, you know, a good few hundred pips. Next is pound chef. Again, there seems to be a downtrend structure on this as well on the weekly, but I'm just going to show the daily just to speed these analyses up. Made a swing, made a retracement, it started ranging, it's broken out of the range, it's retested the range, it's failed to break above the level over here, right? Wick, many wicks, but no actual break above this resistance level over here. It's also been conforming into this triangle pattern over here, and it's also made a third touch on the trend line over here as well. What I'm assuming is the most likely thing to happen is because it's in a downtrend already, it's broken this range to the downside, retested it, it's made the third bounce off the trend line as well. It will continue going down. That's the strongest sentiment that, you know, I'm messing around with at this time. I don't see it pushing up anymore, considering, you know, it's had multiple wick rejections already. The manipulation has probably already been done to the upside, and now, you know, it's gonna sell. I mean, the manipulation fucked me over the last week as well, because there was a time where I thought it was going to go long, and for a brief period of time it did, and it was literally just until it touched the trend line, and that's where I should have exited it. But, you know, silly old me, you live and you learn. And yeah, pound USD, similar sort of format. So on the downtrend line, we've had our third bounce just right now. Well, not even a bounce, just a touch right now, but it seems to be showing wick rejection over there. It was in this sort of a range. It has broken out, and it retested, and then it's gone back up, right? However, if you look over here where the third touch on the trend lines happened, even on 4 hour, there seems to be a bit of a resistance found over here, which could suggest that, you know what, price does wants to move down. You know, it's made a massive wick rejection over here as well. You know, it's tried pushing up. You know, the bears weren't having it. They just pushed it back down, and it's closed below that level. So we could short that as well, potentially. That goes hand in hand with the idea of the AUD USD shorts as well. So let's see what happens as price plays out. Euro JPY, I am super excited for this because this trade fucked me over when I first started this challenge. And I lost the first 2 trades I ever took on this new account right for this challenge. And it was down to this pair. But this time I'm going to grab it by its balls and just yank that bitch down, because I'm pretty sure it's going to pull down, right? It should be making a swing down. On weekly, it has been what's it been doing? It's been going on downtrend structure quite consistently as well, and very clear downtrend structure. On daily, it's been a bit choppy in recent times, but it's starting to regain a bit of structure, right? And over here, you could see it was making downtrend structure, but then it actually switched into some uptrend structure. However, since it's done that and it's pulled all the way up over here, it's kind of a retracement for the overall weekly downtrend structure, right? So it's just made a retracement up for that. It's also, alongside that, just bounced off of this third, it's just made a third bounce off the trend line. I've drawn fibs from 2 levels. One's from this massive swing on the weekly, right? And that's the 61.8% level where it's just rejected. And I also drew it from this daily level over here, a swing, and it's made a 78.6% retracement, right? Both suggesting it wants to move down lower. So I'm gonna just see how price plays out, look for any price action signals, and take the short on this one. GJ, it's a bit of a weird one for this one. What I've seen is, yeah, even though it's on a downtrend, it made this range, it broke out of this range, it retested this range, but in the but the manner it retested the range was right. It actually made it inverse head and shoulders, and it has also just broken above that line, the neckline, right? So it may actually carry on pushing up onto the top of the range because it has also, in a sense, re-entered the range. However, one thing, so that's why I really want to let price play out on this before I make a move. Even though it does look like it wants to go higher, you see, it's not closed past these wicks over here, right? These wicks that retested the resistance, former resistance over here, it's actually not closed past them, which is kind of keeping me a bit on edge. That's why, I'm not going to rush into this one. Give it some time, let it play out, let it, show me its hands, and then I'll make my move. But it will be a pretty nice setup to go long. UJ, it's a bit of a clusterfuck for my head right now, if I'm honest. I don't see much going on. I mean, if I was to go to the weekly, what you can see is like a massive triangle formation, right? So you've got support over here. We've got this trend line. Oh, whoopsie. And we've got this trend line coming down over here. But apart from that, yeah, even on daily, just price moving all kinds of ways. I want to stay away. Euro GBP is again something I'm staying away from. On weekly, it's just in a massive range. On daily as well, there's no real structure, if I'm honest. Like, it was kind of ranging over here, but it's broken out without like a nicer retest of the breakout, if I'm honest. So I'm kind of just leaving it. Saying that, it has actually made a shooting star pattern, at this resistance level over here. So it may actually come down for a retest. But that's to be seen. Okay, DXY, what I see is, obviously we know that it's been ranging currently, between these levels. So the last Friday candle actually closed as a hammer-like formation on the base of the range box, right? So it may even actually push back up to the initial level of 100. Or if it was to break this support level, it may retest and push down lower into that next key level. I mean, if it wants to push beyond that, it could be the 96 level. We'll see. But yeah, I hope the camera was all right. Whoopsie daisy. But yeah, so that's been my analysis right now. Commodities such as gold and oil, I'm staying away from just right now, because I'm just trying to focus on the currency pairs and just the way the climate is right now. Like, yeah, especially oil, definitely staying away from that. And gold, like, there's no reason for me to dabble in it right now. I'm going to stay away. And the pairs that I'm really resonating with right now, that's what I'm entering. Like, for example, because I've not traded pound Aussie for a while, like, most likely I will stay away. But if it was to come to those certain levels where I expect it to, and if it was to react from it the way I intend it to, then of course I'll be entering a trade. But I'm gonna make sure for pairs like this, it's pretty much 100% confirmation of it going somewhere, rather than just kind of chancing it. And that's something I don't want to do in, like, generally, but especially for pairs that I'm kind of out of touch with. I mean, I analyze it all the time, but I've not been in active trades for me to monitor it and just see how the pair is behaving. So it's something to stay away from. But definitely Aussie dollar, US dollar, I'll be entering. Euro USD, I doubt it. USD CAD, most likely, depending on how it behaves. Sorry. Pound Chef, most likely I'll be entering that. Pound USD, most likely I will be entering that. Euro JPY, I'm definitely entering that for a short, just depending on how price action forms. pound yen, depending on price action. You know, I want it to show me its hands first before I make the move. UJ staying away. Euro G. I can see ranges forming in this, right? And I think what I'm gonna do for Euro GBP is, as market plays out, just analyze it a little bit more. Apologies. As market plays out, analyze it a little bit more, and then maybe just train it from range to range, from the top of the range to the bottom of the range, or the range breakouts, because yes, it seems to be creating some nice ranges right now. Of course, we saw one over here. It's broken out, and this is potentially, you know, the second range forming, right? So that was support, that was resistance, support, resistance again. It could come back down to the support, obviously, because of the shooting star formation over here, but it's to be seen, right? Anyways, that is done for me today. Please, you know, give me feedback, right? I really want feedback because I want it to be as enjoyable for the viewer, right? The stuff I'm creating. So in terms of the structure of the video, if you enjoyed that, the way I've gone about, you know, speaking, if there's anything else that I can do, make it a bit better, like, am I talking too much, or am I talking enough, or am I not talking enough, right? Please let me know how that's going, your thoughts, your feedback, and I will try to implement in the coming videos, coming weeks. And yeah, for week 4 already, like, I've got some ideas right now, and it will turn out to be even better than what is right now. You know, it's all trial and error. I'm slowly including things that I can think of, and if you've got any ideas, I'll be more than happy to implement them as well. But yeah, that's it for me for this week, week 3. I shall see you guys again in week 4. And yeah, please like, subscribe, comment, and all of that good YouTube stuff. Yeah, peace.